Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Monday, September the 30th, last day of September. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions you may have for me, you can use this email address. This is a link to get into the free room. You don't have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our free trading room. I open the room every morning at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, and that's when I start to share my screen, get live on the mic, and I go up to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays and up to 3 o'clock on Fridays. In the email you're getting, you'll see a couple of links, one for a subscription to get 15% off. There's a promo code that you can use, 15% off the first month only or the entire year. And also a link for our Trade Ideas Summit, October the 26th in San Diego. So, pretty quiet day for me. We had a couple of nice ones from the watch list. This could have been way nicer for me, unfortunately, but I got a little jumpy on it. Just let me show you on the watch list. So USAT at 621. So I got into this trade at 622, right about here, 622. I sold some at 630, and then you see this candle here. First of all, what happened, I may not have got jumped out or got as jumpy, but what happened is that the spread went from, like, all of a sudden it started showing 616, 628. And I thought, man, oh man, only bad things usually happens when the spread gets like that. This is also a stock, even though I think, now somebody told me that this is now a pink sheet stock that has been delisted from NASDAQ. We still have it listed at NASDAQ, so I'm not 100% sure. But regardless, we knew this stock, this was a company that was in trouble before. There are all sorts of, if it hasn't been delisted, then I guess it is going to be. Bottom line is, who cares? I mean, this turned out to be a great trade, especially if you didn't get knocked out like I did right there, and were able to hold on because the original alert was at 621. I'm not saying you could have held on, all throughout without taking anything off, but there's over $1 move on a $6 stock. That's extremely good. Probably here, I just wish if it hadn't have gotten spready, I would have certainly still been in it, and certainly, would have taken off quite a bit here. But anyway, nice alert there. The JE, was okay. The JE, I got into this a couple of times. The first time I took a 5-cent loss, and then I got into it again so I got into this one, I think at 226. If you look at the daily chart or the weekly chart, you'll see why. So I wanted it to clear that level right there, at 626, and so that's where I got in the first time, and I sold out at 621. I got right back in, and again, you can see why. Just look left on this weekly chart, all sorts of room for it, and I got back into the trade. I think it was right about here. Yeah, 627 the second time. Took some out right here at 234, and I took out the rest of an average about 247. So, on a percentage basis, I will certainly take that trade. The other little one, Libby, didn't really do anything. How I play these is, you see where there was the alert at 355. It didn't move off that, and it started to move down. So again, I always tell people I don't take the trade right on the alert. You have to watch to see what's happening. And so that did not move at all. So I have stuck an alert just a little over it. And if it, later on during the day, if it happens to take that out, I may get involved. DS, a bit of a struggle. I mean, DS 430. Again, if you look at the daily, weekly chart, you're going to see another nice void. Yeah, you see, just look at this area up here. We don't know if it's going to, fill this, but man, it's got all this room on a percentage basis. So that's why I love charts that look like this. And this one really didn't do much. It's sitting still at the trigger. Didn't really do very much. This had an upgrade by Wedbush to, and they put, I think, a $16 price target on it. I believe that is the only reason why Bed Bath & Beyond is up this morning. And on the downside, not really a lot of action. This is, again, from the watch list, except this one, unbelievable. LTM, 1140 on the alert, got all the way down to 1070. It's interesting because, this went up on Friday because an announcement of a 20% stake by Delta into LTM. And yet, take a look at the daily chart. I mean, there is almost like a little doji. That's Friday's action right there, and now it's just starting to sink. You would think that news would allow it to at least sustain itself, but maybe there's something more to it than I'm just not reading into it, or I'm not understanding. But anyway, that's kind of, I mean, the downside, because the market, of course, is moving up like this. As I always say, you want to take short alerts. Well, you can, but it's also nice to have the market on your side. So that's why I kind of didn't look too much at the at these ones on the short side, and basically concentrated on the ones on the long side. Now, again, if you want to have that watch list and you want to follow along, it's free to do. Just have to click on New, Channel Bar, and My Windows. Okay. And then you can load them in the morning. You will not get any alerts in that until at least 10 minutes after the market opens. That's a time filter that I've placed on it, so that I just don't want things to chop around that first 10 minutes and get chopped out of a trade necessarily. So that's why I put a 10-minute delay. And again, I create a watch list, a new one for every day. There are some, of course, stocks that on today's watch list that'll probably be carried forward tomorrow. But again, this is a watch list that I create for you every single day. So if you want to follow it, all you have to do, again, go to the channel bar, New, Channel Bar, New, click on New, and then Channel Bar, and then My Windows. All right, want to get back into the room, see if there's anything shaking for the rest of the day. So I'll just close down the chart there, bring back my capture program. So if you have any questions for me, you can use this email address. And again, the link for our free room. And I'll open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. I hope to see you then. Bye-bye.